Audio Jungle.
What's up, everybody out there? It's your boy Sammy Socialite, and I'm here bringing you yet another Eater Sports Chat. So today, I have some delicious seafood. Yum, yum, yum. I got some crab legs, got some shrimp. Got some mussels, I love my mussels. And I'm about to dive in on this. So thank you guys for joining me today. That is so good. I actually made this myself, so shout out to me in the kitchen, whipping it up. So as you know, March Madness is officially over. The championship game happened and the Kansas Jayhawks were able to cut down the nets. My bracket, I did 5 brackets, but the bracket that I needed to win for my work bracket had Kansas winning, so shout out to Kansas. Shout out to this money I'm finna go get when I get to work. I'm finna spend it. So the game itself was pretty crazy. If you didn't know, the game was Kansas versus UNC. The Final Four ended up being UNC versus Duke for one last epic showdown, and Duke and Coach K were not able to beat the UNC Tar Heels and their new head coach, and they made their way to the championship game. So UNC, they were very upset about this tournament. They weren't ranked. They felt disrespected, and they showed it. Like, they literally won game after game that they weren't supposed to win in this tournament. No one saw UNC making it to the championship game. If you did, you just a UNC fan. But in the championship game, UNC had a crazy lead on Kansas, and Kansas was able to battle all the way back to get the W. Crazy how that game played out. So now, college basketball is over. Now on to the next thing. The women's tournament. The women's tournament was just as good. South Carolina ended up winning, so they have two titles now, and their head coach Dawn Staley, she said, talk to her nice. She was like, talk to me nicely after the game, because she did that, and proud of her. A black woman head coach winning the title is always something good. So kudos to her. Kudos to South Carolina women's basketball team for winning the female tournament. And so right now, as y'all know, they got the NIL deals for college athletes. So winning a national championship definitely draws a lot of NIL booster attention. So hopefully some of these players end up getting some deals from the tournament, because that's what the new rules is all about. Is getting these college athletes paid, because the tournament made millions of dollars. Once again, they had full capacity crowds. You know, no COVID restrictions. So yeah, they got their money. It's time for these players to get paid. In NBA news, the playoffs, I can taste them. Just like I taste this crab leg. Oh my God, it's so good. But the NBA playoffs is right around the corner. Teams are fighting for their lives. The Lakers look like they will be once again out of the playoffs. This will be, it's not official yet, but if they don't make the playoffs, this will be their second time under LeBron not making it. So, yeah. When you win a championship, they won the bubble champ. I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about the LeBron Lakers at this point, but I mean, at the end of the day, I guess the point was to win the championship, and he did do that. But it's really not nice watching the Lakers play. Like, they have way too much talent for them to look like that. And that's on that. The Hawks are finally getting comfortably above 500. They're currently on a 5-game winning streak. And they have been playing really good basketball. Trae Young won Eastern Conference Player of the Week for his 4 games that he played, where he averaged 36 points, man, and 10 assists. Oh my gosh, the shrimp is just attacking me. Shout out to Trae. Trae deserves everything he got. And Nikola Jokic was the Western Player of the Week. In the last few weeks, he's had really good games. I think he's trying to put his name back in the MVP race. However, over the close of the season, y'all counted Giannis out. But it's looking like Giannis is really gaining ground to get yet another MVP. Joel Embiid, he feels like he deserves it. He says if he doesn't win MVP, that just means people hate him. And I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, he's not very likable for multiple reasons. He's a crybaby. He always blaming other folks, but you know, some people don't like that. And unfortunately, when it comes down to it, the media definitely gets to pick these awards, and maybe he doesn't get it. Maybe they give it to the NBA darling Giannis Antetokounmpo once again. We'll find out. But the Bulls, I want to talk about the Bulls real quick, because 2 months ago it was the Bulls this, the Bulls this, the Bulls this, and now everyone's seeing that the Bulls were just not what they showed us that they were. And now we're seeing the real ones. And don't look good. So I hope they show up in the playoffs, because DeRozan deserves better. But at the end of the day, it looks like they're finally missing Lonzo. And I think Lonzo really could have helped. And they're saying that it's not looking good that he's going to return for the playoffs. So rest up, Lonzo. Come back next year. You signed a crazy contract. DeRozan will be back. Zach LaVine will be back. Vucevic will be back. So y'all can try to do it next year. So the Pelicans looking like they're going to sneak in the playoffs, which is crazy to think about, because without Zion, people thought the Pels was dead. They make a trade for CJ McCollum, and now they're right back in the conversation. So watch them. Memphis is still doing great without Ja. Like, it's crazy how many games they keep winning without their star point guard. With that being said, they do still have Jaren Jackson, who is a baller. So it's not like they don't have another star on their team to help, because Jaren Jackson is definitely dope. That's I think that's about it for the NBA right now. The NFL, you know, it's still the off season. Teams are getting ready for the draft, which is coming up at the end of the month. The Saints and the Eagles, they made a trade where the Eagles gave the Saints a first round draft pick this year and a first round next year, and the Saints gave them their first round this year and like a fifth or something. But the trade essentially gave, you know, the Eagles had 3 first round picks in this year's draft. So basically now they have 2, but I think the trade is more so saying that the Saints see somebody that they like on their board and they think that they can get them at that spot. And they came up with some good draft capital for this year and next year. So can't always hate. I mean, I will always hate the Aints, but they definitely made a good trade. And we'll see what they do with these picks that they got. Bobby Wagner officially gone from Seattle. He said when he got cut from Seattle that he did not hear it from the team first. He did not know that he was getting cut. So for payback, Bobby Wagner decided to sign a deal with the LA Rams. Obviously, one of the Seahawks division foes, and I feel really bad for the Seahawks when they play against Bobby Wagner, because he's going to destroy y'all, because that is not right what y'all did to Bobby Wagner. He signed a stupid big contract with the Rams, so he's going to do good. Let's see. Oh, also, I don't know if I talked about this last time, but Tyreek Hill got traded from the Chiefs to the Miami Dolphins, man. When I tell you this offseason has been one of the craziest NFL offseasons I've ever seen, like, my God, never would I thought I'd see Russell Wilson and Matt Ryan be traded from the Seahawks and the Falcons. Like, not to mention, Devontae Adams gets traded from Green Bay to go to Oakland. Tyreek Hill gets traded from the Chiefs to go to Miami. Like, these trades are not just regular trades. Like, these are blockbuster, high-profile money trades. Of course, the Texans, we knew the Texans wanted to trade Deshaun Watson, but him going to the Browns for $240 million guaranteed is crazy. And guess what? It's not over yet. There's still so much going on right now in the NFL that every day you just gotta, you know, wait and see, because you never know what's gonna happen. Xavier Howard, he is at cornerback for the Miami Dolphins. They told him last season that they were going to get him a new deal done, and they did. He is now the highest paid cornerback with the most guaranteed money in the league. And it's crazy because Zay ain't even all that. Like, he's a good cornerback, but I think they played themselves with that deal. The thing about good cornerbacks in this league is everybody has their 2-3 years where they're locked down or whatever, and then people start to figure it out. So I hope the Dolphins didn't waste their money, but we'll see. And last but not least, baseball news. Baseball is back. The world champion Braves, their season opener is on April the 7th. So make sure you see that. Their ring ceremony is coming up on the 9th. Atlanta's gonna go crazy. They're giving out replica World Series rings at the ring ceremony for the first 40,000 fans. So make sure you get there and get that. That is probably going to be such a dope memorabilia. Like, you got a replica World Series ring, like, that's dope. But yes, man, we got one more episode of Eater Sports Chat this season. So make sure you stay tuned in. You never know what craziness I might do on the last episode. So just thank you again for always watching. This food was so dope. Love to see it. I will holler at y'all next time. And y'all be safe out there. Like, share, subscribe. Love y'all. Adios.
Fucking that shit. Ugh.